Good afternoon. Welcome to my channel, House of Spirit. My name is Madeline Parker, and I'm now going to continue the reads for the effects of this transit, Mars into Capricorn, happening today or tomorrow, depending on where you live. And we are checking to see how it is going to affect each of the 12 signs. And I have just done all the way up to Libra. We're going to do Scorpio right now. And I recommend listening to the other video for some information about this transit. Mars is the fire action energy, initiation energy. It's the masculine yang energy within you. Whether you're masculine or feminine, you have Mars energy in you. It can be aggressive, it's assertive, and it is transiting into the energy of Capricorn, into one of the houses, in one of your the 12 houses, of course, bringing some sort of foundation, new initiation in, and also Mars is the work energy, the day-to-day, the working energy. And then Capricorn is the structure, foundation, status, long-term commitments. So let's have a look and see how that is going to affect you guys, Scorpio now. Wait, did I do Scorpio? I did Libra, so we're going to do Scorpio. So for you guys, that is in the third house. Now I am looking at some of the other planets going on. We've got Jupiter very nearby, and we have Mercury in retrograde. So, and Mercury is retrograde in your 5th house, Venus in your 6th. All right, Scorpio, let's have a look and see what is going on for you guys with this transit. Sun, Moon, and Ascendant for Scorpio. Okay. Scorpio, now Mars is a masculine energy, so we're getting water sign, masculine, world card, confliction. So let's have a look. We do have Pluto in the mix. Some of these cards are kind of dark because we're clearing some of our dark, stored shame, psyche energy in our, that's sort of stored in our psyche and our karma from past lives, if you believe in past lives. But that is a lot of the energy that's going on. So it seems that this Mars energy for you guys, Scorpio, in your 3rd house, I would say is now here we get a conflict card. We're getting sadness around conflicts. This is your heart space. This is the masculine Scorpio. So if you're a feminine or masculine Scorpio, we are talking about your male energy. So we're going to talk about the male version of Scorpio. It is a water sign. It is a feminine sign, but it's ruled by Mars, so it's a very masculine version. So we're getting sadness around thoughts or memories of fallen down relationships in the past. This is your 3rd house, so possible communication or traveling, or the energy of that person or your energy caused the situation to turn into a rejection, but it was all around energy. There's strong feelings, emotional feelings, possible communication, because you do have Venus, let's see, Scorpio, Venus in your 6th house, Mercury in your 5th, so possibly communications around a relationship that was rejected or you rejected or have been rejected from, but the energies were out of alignment during that period, causing conflict. So it looks to me like Scorpio are going to energize their masculine Mars energy to realign with past things, their pain or issues where there was regret. And the cause of these regrets and pains and conflict was based in low self-esteem. Scorpio becoming aware of that. The energy, the low self-esteem caused the energy to be out of alignment, to push people away. The Scorpio processed it in a way that created the situation to be a lost situation. You know, the fallen down cups, the Scorpio were focused on the loss energy, or the loss, the impact, or felt it to be a lost situation. But it is coming back. There is this, the conflict possibly could resurface, but it is to clear these energies of deep-seated lack of belief in self and others. But now this really being a 3rd house thing, and this possibly being communication, conflict, sadness around communication and conflict. I'm going to say that Scorpio are shifting in a way to communicate better from the heart that doesn't create conflict so that they can get what they want. Because a lot of times the Mars energy in Scorpio possibly causes conflict, and so therefore there's sadness and regret about conflicts in the past that caused things to go away when really they were heartfelt. There was heart involved. It was truly something that the Scorpio desired. It could be a relationship, because I mean this transit affects everyone whether they're single or not, but it could be an argument in the past because we have that Mercury retrograde in your 5th house. That's why I'm thinking is relationship. The Scorpio have cleared low self-esteem around communication, causing relationships to have conflict. And so your Mars energy, Scorpio, is going to be more heartfelt. In fact, it's sort of it's a shift to a more higher frequency version of your Mars energy going into Capricorn, creating new ways of communicating that bring people together and that are from your heart. So in other words, not being triggered into conflict as much. All right, Scorpio? So now we're going to do Sagittarius, fire sign Saggies. All right, let's have a looky-loo for you guys. This is happening in your 2nd house of finances. Hopefully we get a lot of pentacles for you guys. There's a fire sign masculine, Mars energy. We're getting the masculine cards coming up. Now we're hitting in the 2nd house, which can also be thoughts, words, how shall I say it, concepts. But anyway, it's the material house, it's the finances, it's grounding house. So Sagittarian, you're utilizing your masculine energy. This is a fun read for me to do for Sagittarians because fire signs, and this is with your Mars energy. With your Mars energy, fire signs have to learn how to hold it back. How to sort of, it's like jet propulsion. It's contained and slowly ignited, and then it creates a lot of thrust and longevity. So you're learning how to sort of stay working in alignment for the long haul so you don't burn your fire energy out too fast and create a lot of effort out of alignment effort. So Sagittarians are learning how to effort in alignment and how to be patient and not overburden yourself because if you've got negative thoughts around something causing sadness. So I would say, because we do have this Pluto is, 23 degrees right now in Capricorn. So we are clearing away the negative. So Capricorn, we're clearing out a shadow aspect of Capricorn, which is to overwork, overdo it, be a workaholic possibly, to create security because you've got negative thinking, fear-based. So you're using your masculine energy in out of alignment, overwork, fear-based, over-exhaustion, overburdening energy, which just causes you to have emotional emptiness. So this transit is showing you how to balance your Mars energy to not be so burdened. You don't want to be so burdened, Sagittarians. So you want to release the negative thinking that causes you to think that you have to really overburden yourself so you can restore, maintain balance. This is in alignment working. You're shifting to operating in ways that are more in alignment with the higher will, your higher self. You're not just working hard. That's a very Capricornian thing to just work. But now you're kind of going with a higher alignment. You're like, wait a minute. Which way am I putting this work? So you're releasing the negative thinking that kind of throws you into burdening yourself and turning into the negative aspect of Capricorn, releasing that, creating more flow in your day-to-day life, because that was your 2nd house, so that would be work, routine work. So your finances can come in. So this Mars transit with all the going into Capricorn is going to try to help you to not, because it's near Jupiter, which is the guru, the spiritual house, is going to help you not work out of alignment so that you can keep the flow going. You're kind of learning how to balance your yang energy right now. It's beautiful. Okay, this read now is for Capricorn. Capricorn, and this is happening, of course, in your first house. So we have Mars entering your first house. Wow. Mars, the energy of initiation in the house of initiation of Capricorn. So this is going to be a brand new period of initiating some kind of a work project that shifts who you are. That's possibly a new side to your own persona which you haven't experienced before or expressed before. So let's have a look. New beginnings in Capricorn, Mars. That must be hitting. It's all about, oh, there you go, Saturn, Capricorn card, Capricorn. So you guys really are shifting out of operating. Oh, look at that. Nice, nice. You guys are kind of really focusing on making some shifting. This is because Mars rules you, Capricorn, as well as Saturn. Just double checking what I like to look at my calendar. So we're looking at Capricorn has rulership here of Saturn. Sorry, not Mars. Saturn, of course. Mars does not rule Capricorn. Okay, I take that back. Saturn, there we go. Saturn, the Ace of Cups, the Page of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, and the King of Cups Tower cards. So what are we looking at? Communication. Don't forget, we do have for you guys, let's look at Scorpio, Capricorn, sorry. In the first house, we have Venus in your fourth. These are a lot of Venus cards, and we have Mercury in your third. Communication, it's in retrograde. So I would say that if we look at this card right here, we look at this Devil card hitting the situation, and we know all of this is happening in your first house. The first card out is the Capricorn house. It's kind of funny. So this to me really does look like a shift in your operations here at this point. I mean, this would be sort of the action initiation into the northern side, the light side of the sign of Capricorn, which is to be inspired by the light and by love and to speak a truth and to start a new beginning that is for higher cause, heart-based. Again, we're using feminine energy here, so we're shifting to a higher cause, more feminine side to the Capricorn, which is to care about the greater whole, to nurture, to be empathic, to be a light worker, to win the battle, get to the top of the hill, to the highest, best version of you. A lot of cup cards here, 1, 2, 3, new beginnings based on a heart rather than a security, fear-based motive, causing really rapid shifting. It's almost like night and day. It's like Capricorns are operating from having shifted from fear-based decisions of security to now decisions of hope and new fresh beginnings that really are seated and divinely, like you're aligning with the divine, your will with the divine's will, very, very strongly. You're aligning your masculine energy for a higher cause, for the divine will, for things that matter to you, that are important, because we got Jupiter in the mix. This is going to shift your life in a very strong way. You're going to release the causes. This other way of operating was overworking, was blocking you. Nurturing your feminine aspect more rather than your, so it's like your yang energy is coming in and supporting your feminine energy and cause and helping your feminine to serve and cause change for the better in the whole, the greater whole. And this Tower card indicates really towering the old ways, the shadow side of operating for you guys. How are we doing time? Well, we're at 14. Okay. So now we're going to do Aquarius. And let's have a look and see how this energy of Mars transiting into Capricorn. So that's going to be your 12th house. It's very spiritual introversion. Perhaps your Mars energy is going to go inward for a little while to become more seeking of inner truths, or inner desire, or inner truths that do involve what you to sort of ruminate on what actions you could be needing to take. So let's have a look for the sign of Aquarius. Alrighty. Sun and Ascendant Aquarius. Let's have a look. Wow. Interesting. So Aquarians, your Mars energy into the 12th house. You are shifting a thought process here. This is ending thoughts that there was initiation of something, because we have Mercury retrograde, and Mercury retrograde is in your second house of finances. So I think you're revisiting your Mars energy into something that you quit possibly before that was a bit too restricting on some level, but you process it. Because whenever a card hits here, it's like how you processed it. And the divine, you quit it. Now this could involve a relationship, close personal. I'm trying to see if you have any other planets in your 7th house. No, or 5th. But it looks to me that it involves a project involving a water sign feminine, or your inner water sign feminine is coming out. So in other words, your masculine Mars energy is supporting a feminine energetic cause. Your Mars. Mars is supposed to line up with the feminine, by the way. Mars is in alignment, aligns with your feminine and supports your feminine energy and helps her along and helps support her cause for the greater whole of improving the world. So you're ending restricting thoughts that were unenabling you to step forward as an empathic feminine. The sign of Aquarius is the rebel sign. They do care. They do deeply want to serve and they're to cause the massive global change, to be a part of that. But there's going to be a return to a relationship that created that had a future of financial abundance. Let's pull a clarifying. So it's possible that your thoughts and processing around this experience in the past, you had negative thoughts. Your belief system around this is shifting. So something around a project from the past that you believe to not be worthy of your energy, for it being a slightly disappointment thing, you're now quitting the thoughts that were very restrictive around that in order to reinitiate this relationship, in order to cause financial union or financial abundance within yourself, because it's about something you care about in your heart space, or it's with a feminine other partner, or if you're masculine Aquarius, it's with your divine feminine, who is a feminine counterpart in the heart space. But either way, this is feminine, empathic, heart motived. All right, Aquarius. Now let's take a look at the sign of Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant, with Mars transiting into your 11th house. That'll be interesting. That puts you probably out into the social more, out in the tribe more, out in the world, communicating. Mars action, probably initiatives, taking initiatives with your tribe, with large groups of people. I have Pisces moon. I might end up initiating some more workshops here. That could be very much this energy. Beginning, and again, lining up the structure for the long picture, because Capricorn is a long, committed, in the long haul energy. So for Pisces, I don't know why, but I want 3. So we're going to go for the house. Now what else do we have in Pisces? Mercury in your 1st house. Okay, and North Node in your 5th. Venus in your 2nd. So, okay. I would say something that was very inspiring for you, Pisces, that was a creative, really inspiring, divinely inspired venture that you found it igniting for you, that you believed or thought you needed to have a lot of patience around, because you have been kind of wanting this for a while. It's been very inspiring, but you've been very patient. And it's involving, and then we get to the 4 of Wands here and the Knight of... So I would say, let me see, where are we getting this 11th house? Patience, an inspiring thing that you've had to be patient around, has been blocked by divine. That's what this means. Possibly because of thoughts that you still hold fear thoughts around this. You thought you've been patient around it, but really it's blocking you've got fears around this, so the timing isn't right. And so there needed to be time for you, because you have Pluto in your 11th house, guys. So it's very possible that you're coming out with an inspiring project. It's possible it involves home. I don't know why I get this 4 of Wands, or possible union with a mate. or involving a project involving something doing at home. But this, or to expand your home experience or living experience, but this project is now coming forward because we get the Knight of Pentacles. So there's an opportunity in this Mars transit to enable you to take action on something that's very inspiring that you possibly initiated. Remember, Mars energy is all about initiation. So you're reinitiating, taking something to the next level, a financial project that you've had to be very patient about because it was blocked around others who may have had blocked thoughts or restricted thoughts around it, or perhaps you didn't see the divine was supporting this, and it possibly this is in alignment. Look, all of these wands in alignment here, saying this is the future that the divine is holding in your fate for you, that you are to try to align with this. This is going to go forward. Your male energy in the 11th house. Look at that, the 11th house. 11. Isn't that interesting? Wow. Divinely in alignment. Divine in alignment efforts that involve family, home, possibly moving, possibly traveling, and I mean, possibly shifting your home situation because of a future. Remember, we are talking long term with this Capricorn energy. So anyway, how that card fits in is challenging. I would say possible union with your divine mate, cohabitation in alignment. So reigniting a project of inspiring nature that involves your tribe, that gives you know, home, involves, you know, divine mate, that clears the fears around this project have been cleared, pulling family and friends and tribe together. And that this was blocked because none of the people around this were ready yet. Your tribe wasn't ready for it. You've been patiently waiting for your tribe to kind of catch up with you. But now initiation can go forward. It possibly involves a party at the home or invitations or home. I don't know why this card, but union with your mate, in alignment, financial progression, divinely in alignment with a divine partner. All right. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was clarifying and helpful and useful to you. And I see the clock says 2, 3, 4. Namaste.